And good evening. Welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell, and tonight, after checking with some folks who are regulars about what days and times work well for them, Wednesday nights, 7-8 p.m. starting time, somewhere in there. Pacific Standard Time seems to be a pretty good hour. So that's what we're going to try and see if we can land that time. So tonight, going to do more Elden Ring. Still haven't decided on another game that will be streamed kind of as a project. Seriously consider finally taking Mexican Sting up on doing Monkey Island. I think that would be kind of a nice refresher from some of the depth and darkness, as much as I do love it, of Elden Ring. That'll be a nice sort of lighter fare. So, but yeah, pregame show here. Let's see, give me just 1 second. Hey, come here, kiddo. Come on. Oh, hold on. We have an interloper. Yep. There you go. Let's see how long that lasts. Long-time stream watchers may remember that one as being particularly troublesome. Just got a little bit better in the new location, and I appreciate that. So, yeah, pregame show. I continue to read the Lone Wolf and Cub manga. Again, I'm very happy to have found a local trove of the 1987 translation and localization of this by First Publishing. This is very cool, and a lot of the covers. This is neat. So, certainly these are the 70s. This is the 70s manga. So it's all the illustrations are Kojima Goseki. But the covers are actually drawn by Frank Miller, who writes all the introductions. So yeah, it's interesting, the cover art, and I wonder if this is. I can think of two possible explanations for this. One, there was not adequate cover art for the original material. Maybe it was published as part of a serial and didn't have its own distinct cover. The other explanation I can think of is something that shows up in the introductions. This is certainly well before anime and manga came to be a sort of a dominant cross-cultural phenomenon between American audiences and Japanese creators. So I wonder if part of having an American style illustration on the cover was in part to draw people in who might be looking for that sort of like darker comic book style that that Miller was such a good example of. But yeah, these are immensely entertaining, very well plotted. It's really cool that each one of them is a story unto itself, which I appreciate. Having, of course, worked on a comic book game of Iron Man, and kind of like knowing how those stories link up, and there's like a sort of like a long multi-issue story that unfolds that you kind of have to wait the next one to see how that pans out. It is refreshing to have that alternative approach of each issue being functionally a one-shot, and I like that. Other than that, I jumped into reading Principia Discordia, which I mentioned during a prior stream. This is an absurdist metaphysical book written around 1968. Apparently it was a favorite of the authors of the Illuminati trilogy, which was often recommended to me in college, and which I never actually read. But I know enough people who liked it that I kind of know what the gist of it is, and apparently quotations from Principia Discordia show up as leading quotes in many of those chapters. And this is very entertaining. And I'll share with you some of my favorite selections of it so far. And it is telling. I mean, it's very much a zine style metaphysics. There's barely any attribution. You have no idea who wrote what. It really feels like it could come in a series of like newsprint formatted one sheets, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm about halfway through it. It's kind of a quick read, but here are some of my favorites from it so far. Let's see, here we go. So Eris is the goddess of discord, and being Principia Discordia, that of course makes her a fine choice to be a leading face of it. So yeah, is Eris true? Everything is true, even false things. Even false things are true. How can that be? I don't know, man. I didn't do it. And it is that honestly, having read so much, having read so much philosophy and theology, and having been involved in so many metaphysics where there's a rational expectation, even in deconstruction with Derrida, there's explication, right? There's talking more about whatever you're talking about, or as he would say, you're not talking about. And so it's kind of fun just to see just a harsh cutoff, just cauterize that right there. And why do you deal with so many negatives to dissolve them? Will you develop that point? No, which is fun for the cheek, but also it is clever because it of course terminates with a negative. So that's one. Presumably, the negative is the action that is being asked to explain. So it's like the level of discourse is on explanation, but the action in discourse is to terminate it. Anyway, I think it's very neat. Let's see, and there are these bizarre, and I cannot claim to follow this very well. There are these different degrees of ideals. This one is the House of the Rising Collapse. Again, the contradiction, the paradox, the absurdity, which I actually dig. I think there's actually a lot of value in that sort of mystic cancellation of a thought. For the encouragement of liberation of freedom, and or the discouragement of the immanentizing of the eschaton. I have no idea what that means. But these are presumably opposites. And the one that interests me is that, so wisdom and insanity, integrity and arrogance, I can see how those are opposites. But the one that really caught my eye was beauty and outrage. That those are opposite states. That's fascinating. Kind of don't know what to make about that. Love and bombast also. That's an unexpected sort of balancing act there. And laughter and bullshit, which is that also makes a little more sense to me. Laughter being something genuine, bullshit being not necessarily a nonsense argument, but a certain disingenuous pose, kind of like a pretense. So those are neat. Yeah, POEE, pronounced POEE, is an acronym for the Paratheo Anametamystichood of Eris Esoteric. The first part can be taken to mean equivalent deity, reversity beyond mystique. We are not really esoteric. It's just that nobody pays much attention to us. It's the polysyllabic wielding, kind of like stirring in place of the arguments and stuff like that. That's kind of fun in its own right, but it's not really a selling point. It's these little moments of commentary and personality, which is really what's selling this. It honestly, this makes me think of something that Kilgore Trout would have written. And if I read this as though it were authored by Kilgore Trout, it immediately fits within my frame of reference, and I understand it completely. Which, of course, it wasn't, but I think that it would also be fine under the pretense of being written by somebody who doesn't exist. Evidence of that being one of the ways of ordaining yourself in this organization, should you not wish to be part of it. And if you can kind of let that sink in. How to start a POEE cabal without messing around with a polyfather. Polyfather being the multifaceted patriarch that runs this group. If you can't find the polyfather, or having found him don't want anything to do with him, you are still authorized to form your own POEE cabal. And to do priestly things using the Principia Discordia as a guide. Your official rank will be POEE Chaplain for the Legion of Dynamic Discord, which is exactly the same as a POEE Priest, except that you don't have an ordination certificate. The words you are reading now are your ordination. This is very clever. This is very clever and very fun, and I dig it. Basically, there is no distinction among ranks except one person has a piece of paper, and as long as you want to, you are. That's it's just undermining a great deal of sort of the pomp and self-perception of religion. What the hell are you doing? Man, put this cat in a closed room and she spazzes out. But yeah, so that's what I've been reading, and I'm looking forward to probably can finish that in like an hour. It's a really breezy read. But that in mind, we are off in Elden Ring land. Let's turn the sound on this on. There we go. Good, good. Ooh. Get up chat. Regarding this cat's behavior, I am fascinated by how mere space, changing the space that she's in, brings out different aspects of her personality somewhat dramatically. Because when she is out in the open, she's very chill, but put her in a closed room and she's very active and not necessarily an anxious way. It kind of reminds me of a soccer team I used to play on, where the difference between that team's performance outdoors versus playing indoor soccer was like night and day. It's almost as if being inside unlocked some level of comfort that let them be more aggressive. It was a very interesting difference. Evening, Iceman Dan. I don't think it's a parody of Scientology. I don't know what it is. But it was 1968, so I don't know when did Hubbard write Dianetics? Let's see. Wherein is explained absolutely everything worth knowing about absolutely anything. That's Principia Discordia. Yes. So I think that it is. I think that it is a parody. I mean, if I were to kind of give like a literary category, I would say that it is a parody of mystical religions overall, basically taking the unknowability of its sort of pretense, taking its pretense of unknowability, but taking out the exclusivity of membership. And once you do that, it's just like, oh, by the way, this is absolutely unknowable, and you too can know it. And that's really funny. It is right in line with my sense of humor, and I love it. Late 50s maybe. Okay, well, I mean, if it's not a direct response to that, I think it's definitely responding to something culturally in the air. You know, it's like what, 1968, 1 year off of the Summer of Love, so there's a lot of high idealism and passionate activism and bullshit sort of running simultaneously in culture, and I think that it's definitely looking at one aspect of that and really magnifying it. Hold on a second. Dude, you coming in? Come on. Come on. Absolute 100% cat move. Scratch at the door for 4 minutes, open the door, stare blankly, leave. Creative metaphysics, yes. No, when I say bullshit, I mean affectionately. I don't think you really get anywhere without experimentation. And experimentation results in a lot of things that are, you know, happily left behind. But you don't get to the good stuff without it. Hey, dude. Come on. Yeah, something that I've learned to clarify, sometimes preemptively, sometimes after the fact, is that almost anything negative that I say about a thinking or a line of thought is usually meant with a degree of humility and humor, and affectionate humor at that. Because, I mean, as a creative person, I generate my fair share, maybe more so, of things that are left behind or not followed up on because they're not worth the future time. So I know where that stuff lives, and yeah, it's well meant. All right, so right now I am on Rennie's quest line. I went to... See, I am currently underground. Excuse me. I went to the Eternal City of Nokron. I went through all of it. I got the treasure of Nokron. Brought it back to Rennie the Witch. That made her very happy. She went on a quest to a place that she says that only she can go. Then, you know, I bid her goodbye. Spoke with her cohorts. One of them says that his purpose is done now that Rennie is on her way. The other one was mysteriously slain, which I was happy about because he was kind of a jerk. What happened then? And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? She says it's a road that only she can pass, but I bet I can too. So I did, and I followed her. And as soon as I got here, I found... Where are you? Excuse me. This miniature Ronnie. Ronnie, I think I said Rennie. A miniature Ronnie, a doll resembling Ronnie the Witch. Every detail from head to toe, every detail is perfect. This unresponsive doll seems pleasantly cool. $10 says this is some sort of transformed form of Ronnie. Hence its weird level of detail, and its clearly odd properties. So I'm betting I need to do something with this somewhere to restore her, and that will reach the end of her quest line. She also gave me this object here, which I might follow up on as soon as I get to a grace point. Hey, Squimmy, it's great to see you. Yeah, it's mysterious. And it's one of these things that I'm going to hold out as long as I possibly can to see if I can be surprised by whatever the answer winds up being. And just kind of cross my fingers that by waiting long enough to be surprised, I don't trigger so many flags in the game that I wound up ending the quest line prematurely. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, as soon as I get to a grace point, I'm going to go back and go back to the Carrion Tower, and I'm pretty sure that once I climb that tower, I can activate the rune that I got from, what's her name? Renala. So, we got some slug friends. Well, snails. Slugs with homes. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm curious to see what not... Oh my god. I believe, Swimmy, you actually probably know more about this than I do. If I remember right, animals that are domesticated from birth or early spawnhood, whatever their particular youth name might be, their brain sort of stops developing at a certain point, so they basically don't completely mature, and they retain a degree of their youth brain. And so I look at domestic cats and the way they act, and that seems to be an explanation for how they continue to act like kittens as they, oh, please don't see me, as they age. But I don't know, man, that could also just be cats. One way or the other. Oh, is that my grace point? That's a... Neoteny. Oh, that's a grace point I've already been to. What? Evening, Mexican Sting. It's good to see you. Been a while since we were able to have a stream align with schedules. Alright. Yes. Praise me. Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's a lot of runes to lose. Okay, I've got to go back and recover this. Clearly, I'm a little underpowered for what this is gonna expect of me. One shot. Oh, dual shot. Wow, that hit me so hard it knocked the battery out of my controller. Hey, dude, settle. Well, this cat certainly is neotenous. Alright, there we go. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not that far off. I can just sneak my way over there. Okay. I think... Was I much closer to the starting point than I realized? I circled back around. That's the ant that I was looking at. So previously I went up there and I went through a whole bunch of paths and ways and stuff, and then I came down on the other side of wherever this ant is patrolling, and I thought that I was moving forward, but in fact I was moving in a circle. Oh, that's fascinating. I am a baby chimp. Alright, so far so good. Nope, don't look at me. Alright. Okay. Cool. I've got a grace point very near where I want to be when I want to pick that back up. There we go. Neotenous. Neotenous sounds like a word that you would encounter as an adjective for some sort of object in a Souls game, especially as the localizations have become a little more robust and bolder with their use of secondary and tertiary like levels of vocabulary. Neotenous mass or something. So right now, let's see, do I have... Can I wield 2 blades with my current setup? I'm not happy with the aesthetics of my armor, and right now I'm making a real big concession to utility. This is the best material that I've got, and outside of the stone mask, which has kind of become my guy's default face now because it's been the best head armor for quite some time. I could work with the top piece. This is Radahn's, yeah, Radahn's armor, but the leggings just, man. If I were to find something, yeah, Mausoleum, Knight Greaves, like, oh, well, that actually just doesn't cover anything, does it? It's just like a shin guard made out of cloth. Snow Witch skirt, because that's actually coming very close to resembling how my scholar wound up looking in Bloodborne. Nox Monk Greaves. Yeah, aesthetically that's getting closer, but unfortunately, as you can see, I'm getting one shot by by some common enemies. So this business it is. I am going for a bleed build, as a matter of fact. I unfortunately have not found whatever is next that's going to bring that forward. So while I was building up my stats, this is the sort of, hey, stop it, the sort of found story that I like to come across in these games, trying to figure out what my character story is through the gameplay. I wound up just because the intuition felt right, I wound up leveling up strength first. There is a point for the katanas where strength does increase your ability, but that actually has a ceiling because it scales much better to dexterity, I believe, than strength. So I had a lot of strength, and I was like, this really is not helping me as much as just putting points into dex. So the story that I came up with to account for this is that you know, my guy is from the land of reeds, and he is He's very strong, very powerful, but his technique is lacking. So the incredible strength is his incredible power, and now we're putting points into Dex to show that as he is growing, his technique is improving. So. I've been thinking about changing it to get a different look, honestly, but it's, yeah, right now it's kind of become my dude's face. The mask has become the face. Ah, good, I'm right here. I guess I could have ridden my horse over there, and that would be a little more interesting visually than another load screen. Eric, it's good to see you. How are you? And how far into this game are you? And how does it stack up against Sekiro for you? Alright, here we go. Waiting a long time for this. It's the worst hourglass I've ever seen. And I really hope that there's like a this end up sign on one of them, so you have an notion of how it goes. Otherwise, I have a feeling that in this world, if you put it down the wrong way, something fairly disastrous would happen. I did, in fact, climb this tower, and I got to a point where there was a... love me a good, brain is blanking on the name of, Armillary Sphere. Love me a good Armillary Sphere. Oh, I can remove it. This is interesting, and it's also interesting that it gets its own cutscene. I hope that I'm not destroying something. Yeah, I did climb this tower. Weird, they don't even truncate this. It's just like, here it is, the same thing in reverse. I did climb it. I defeated the, at the time, very hard wizard, who is kind of a progressive, progressive fight through this, and then got to the. Okay, here we go. I assume it's the same thing. Then got to what? That's interesting. The blue sort of spirit essence stuff. Hold on a second. All right, you. All right, Neotny. Scoop. Are you coming in? Alright, they've made their choice. Yes, Millicent. Was it Millicent? I don't think it's Millicent. Maybe it's Millicent? I don't remember, but they're too dead to check. Because I very stubbornly decided to stick around and kill them. The redundancy earns you my love. Space Hamlet. Fantastic to see you. Yes, finally. Ooh. What is that? There. Huh. Where's my Where is the lever to call the elevator? Unfortunately, my build is just right at the limit of what is a comfortable... Miriam, that's it. Wait, what? Oh! I see what happened. Something about this whole place just shifted height. And now the elevator stops at a different floor. Got it. Just a real quick stream quality check-in. Can you guys hear the audio? Okay. I tuned it right before the stream, and I believe it tested. Okay, good. That's really interesting. I had not noticed that before. Ah, no, I hate these things. Ah. Sure. Oh man. I wonder if I might have mentioned this on stream last time, but it's worth mentioning again because it was horrifying. So I was brushing. Ah! Nah! Hey, dude! Is Miriam back? Oh, man, that's... Did Miriam just take a plunge? Oh my god, hold on. Here, go. There. If you could hear that, you've just heard the construction of a fairly elaborate barricade out of cardboard boxes. Evening, Ark. It's great to see you. Do wonder if that killed me. Dude, let me switch my weapons. Yes, please, attack me once more. Yeah, I've got like 38 of these things, and I have a feeling I'm meant to use them far more often than I have been. But here we are. Oh, cool, he fell. Wait, there was a third? I believe there were only two when I came through here previously. Ah, crap. I did like the falling off bit that that she did last time, so I'm curious. Can do this all day, Miriam. Whoop. Oh yeah, no, meleeing here, meleeing her is very obnoxious, as I found the... Oh, I think I'm just hitting the edge there. As I found when I beat her the first time, she's the only humanoid enemy like this who has come back. Only downside to the mighty shot is that there is that slight delay. Maybe if I get a little higher up, I can... Excuse me. Okay. When you thrust a cat out of your room, and then about 3 minutes later hear thumping from the floor above that rightly would only be done by a human being, it's a cause for concern. Well, Miriam, here we are. Wait. I hate when she does this. Oh, she relocated. I want to let it back in, but it's so bad, Mexican Sting. It's like in the way of cats, it knows exactly the thing that I don't want it to touch, which happens to be a computer that all of this is riding on. Yeah, it's just my God, how did you evolve to see see in your cat's mind's eye exactly what not to do? Oh, that's water, because the water was the I have a cat cage for it, and I call it cat jail, but I also feel fairly guilty about sticking her in it. Like, she so clearly wants some way to interact. Oh, what? Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Wow, I ate that one. No, why would I want to target that when I can target the giant, very powerful enemy trying to kill me actively? Like that. Just one more. Thank God. Lucidity, you say? This is not for my current build, but I'm curious. Oh, I see. Interesting. That katana, that is the Uchi katana. I have not found a brand new, I've not found a new katana in the, how many hours have I played this? 120? I'm still using the original katana, just massively leveled up. I did find another one, which I imagine is there in the environment in case somebody chose a non-samurai build and then decided they wanted to use a katana. But, so, you know, it's part of my bleed build, it makes sense, but, yeah, it's, Right now, I've been using the same imp mask, which is ridiculously good, and I've been using the same Uchi katanas, which are the only katanas I've got in the game. Yeah, so I've been playing with this build for quite some time. Which, you know, I don't 100% mind that. Because I do like to learn. I do like to learn a set of basic strategies and continue to get good with them and to develop them over time. So that's fine. I've actually I enjoy Devil May Cry's style of well placed. Oh no 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 no! I enjoy Devil May Cry's style of use everything all the time and switch it up very rapidly, but gotta be in a very specific mood for that kind of frenetic activity. Do I find a reason later that that she shows back up? Yeah, and Eric, Stoydell, I remember with my first time through here, when I found that I could just run past her and go all the way up to the top, at least as far as you can, I did that. And then I noticed what is effectively a floor switch on the a floor switch on the ceiling, and I shot so many arrows trying to hit it, believing that that was the way forward. That of course did not work. There we go. And doop. There we go. But I was surprised to see that once I actually started attacking her, that her sort of like her deal, her encounter was progressive and sort of like continuing to chase her up to the top. And it took me it took me 2 revolutions around the top of that level of you know, believing that I would corner her at some point, or that she would go up into the rafters. And then I was like, oh wait, this is the point where everything I've learned is wrong. She's just going in circles. Evening Margin, it's great to see you. Well, a reason for that might be because they have not been around for a little while here. There were a few hiccups with the physical space for streaming, since there was some water damage at the old place which took a while to resolve. And now that I got a place where we can do this, it's taken a little while to figure out a good time and a good time slot to do it in. So I'm glad that you're able to make it back. Well, I actually felt kind of, it's one of these sort of like forehead slapping moments where you realize you've been pranked by a Souls game. Of like the obvious thing. What? Oh, stop that. Where the obvious answer is very obvious in front of you when you stop relying on old habits. Oh my god, the real boss of this stream is how bad is this cat gonna break my heart? Okay, hold on. Yep. You have the will of the audience in your favor. Alright, I'll get my katana back out. I think that HP thresholds is right. I think that that's that was my takeaway from that too. There's that. Bestial vitality with the bloody slash is quite good if you've got enough space in between encounters. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Well, that person made a probably wise choice. While I am interested in what is clearly the right path, I am also curious in what is the path that really makes me want to throw up. The big hands, yes. I encountered those in... Oh, and they sway, too. Alright, just... throw up on my way down. Throw up right inside the, throw up inside the stone imp mask. There, now it smells like a stone imp. I imagine the stone imps smell like vomit. At least imps generally. Oh man. This is okay. Yo, knock it off. I've received a lot of these items. Thank you, camera, for tracing that object very precisely. I've gathered many of these items, and like if you want to just like look at my inventory here, usable items. I've done virtually no crafting, and I've used almost none of anything that I picked up outside of the rune stashes. Bloody Slash is fantastic. I'm very glad to have found it, and I've seen somebody in multiplayer have another blood-based ability where they just run themselves through with their sword and pull it back out, and now the sword itself has a special property to it. But I myself have not encountered that yet, and I'm looking forward to diversifying my Blood Slash portfolio. As much as I generally have difficulty with reverse control or reverse perspective levels, I do like areas where it makes sense to walk on the ceiling once you get there. I think the reverse castle in Symphony of the Night did this quite well. What is this? Bad weather, always a fine portent. Crafting is a very... what? Did I... So that's interesting. Where am I? Okay, I'm on this bridge. So, that's really interesting if I'm going to create a narrative for that I walked through that door, that I myself was actually upside down. And, hold on. Okay. This has got to get fixed. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right. So, much in the same manner that the obvious answer when cornering Miriam was to was obvious. They're out of food. Well done? Why, thank you. I think a simple, well-placed, well done is... Let's see, I think well done is kind of my cash cow right now for messages. 56. No. A piece of strategy is. Also my most divisive. But yeah, I have not experimented with much crafting. I think that it will be fun to play. For another build, I'm thinking like an alchemist build, or whatever the closest thing to that is. There is a place where you get to a set of enemies that seem to be about crafting perfumes or something. I kind of remember, and I kept thinking like, oh, this might be a good target to model a build around crafting and the like. Yeah, perfumer stuff. And it also seems like it's a support role, support character, or a supporting class. Yeah, that would be it. That's really interesting how the clouds block out the tree. I'm wondering very much what is going to attack me here. Probably whatever that's in reference to. Thank you. Thank you. How did you die? You died backing up. How did you die? You died trying to save your own life. Blunt sword, obviously. The use of sort in this game's Loke is great. I love it. I wonder if this is like something similar to Vagrant's story, where the English Loke wound up being more charming and having more personality than the original. I wonder how memorable the text is in the Japanese. Oh man, that's a lot of runes. That is in fact a plump sword. Oh, black flame. Oh, too far away. Still too far away. Oh, wow. My really big attack doesn't do anything. Oh, wow. Caught me with the hilt. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That's what I was going to try and do there at the end. I was looking at the door in the distance. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think that's a way to do this. Space Hamlet. And also, I believe this would be relevant to Swimmy as well. I think you two have the temperaments that you would see what I enjoy in this. I'm about halfway through it. I talked about it during the pre-game show if you want to take a look at that later on. But Principia Discordia is this really absurd metaphysical piece of... metaphysical quotation marks question mark piece of writing from 1968, and you will enjoy its absurdity and its contradictions. I was wary. Being wary did me no good. What? I can horse it up. Giddy yap. Haha. It is a good one. I think you would enjoy it. Just leaving big old plump apocalypse down there to I'll take the praise to pick up some trash off the ground here. Oh yes, I believe it is. It is quite different. Ah. Oh wow, what are you doing back there? Thought he was walking in place for a second. I'm trying to figure out if those are like folds of skin, if that's like the body, or if that's clothing of some kind. Whoa. Alright, time to activate this rune. It does. It also deals with absurdities and contradictions. One of the pieces that I read earlier is instructions on how to be a member of this metaphysical group if you do not, in fact, want to be a member of the group. So you can be a member of it without being a member of it. That's how it works out. And I like that. Thank you. I did, in fact, ride this elevator to the top. That's wrong, and I approve. The last time I climbed the top of one of these, there was a pair of fingers coming out the ground. Interesting. This looks kind of like the scholars that were on the ground crawling around Renala. I'm trying to draw a connection between what I find at the top of these things and the boss that gave me the rune. Curse Mark of Death. Stargazer Heirloom. What does a Curse Mark of Death do? Is this a separate thing? Whoa! Carved in the discarded flesh of Rani the Witch, also known as the half-wheel wound of the centipede. This curse mark was carved at the moment of death of the first demigod, who should have taken the shape of a circle. However, two demigods perished at the same time, breaking the curse mark into two half-wheels. Rani was the first of the demigods whose flesh perished, while the Prince of Death perished in soul alone. The Prince of Death is somewhere alive in body, and I guess this is so I guess whoever I was speaking with, the Rani I was speaking with, is some sort of imprint or revenant version of her. Yeah, right? This is great. Also known as the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Who called it that? No one called it that. Somebody called it that, and then everybody else came up with a shorthand. Well, this does leave me very curious as to what the boss message is in reference to. Well, here. I offer you my, I pay my respects. Because at the top of the other one, where I activated, Godric's, Godric's rune, I'm gonna assume you know what you're talking about. There were messages about a boss fight that I never encountered, so... Oh! Okay. But I thought this was grayed out earlier? Huh. Okay, so that's what it does, though. It allows you to go the rebirth and to to redistribute your points. Okay, cool. That's useful. I assumed that I needed to activate it up here, but all right. Yeah, I know where that is, and I am at a boss. And if there were somebody playing the PS4 version of this who wanted to hop in for co-op, I would not say no, because I try doing this boss and I get iced pretty quickly. In terms of my style in approaching this, the days when I would have felt particular pride in being able to sort of dance and skill my way around bosses in this game, I think those days are done, and I am more or less okay. How far away am I from leveling up here? Yeah, I can use 2 more of those. See, I always keep thinking I should increase my HP, but every time I see the attack counter go up, it makes my heart sing. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. Just your run-of-the-mill shrub. Moving on through. No, 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 no! I have a feeling this is not the sanctuary I believe it to be. It absolutely is not. Okay, so that's a co-op thing. Oh, wow! Godskin Apostle. Gruesome. No, that's fine. This is actually an area where I actually did not know you could go up, so that kind of nudge is welcome. Well, let's see what that looks like. Two fronts that I'm blocked on. That boss is one of them. I found the way to the guy I'm calling Big Boy, who is the giant jar blocking the entrance to a castle. And he summons 3 sort of red spirit NPCs to fight. And I'm kind of blocked there too. Can I? No, there's no way to... Yeah, I don't know how to open that. Door ahead. Something incredible ahead. Likely I did it. What? Oh! That person did the same thing. Solidarity in overlooking something that looks like a wall. Alright. I didn't know I could just access this at any time. Thank you. Alright. Let's see if we can advance the subplot of this stream, and now that she's fed, see if she can be less of an imp. Or maybe just as much of an imp, but an imp in repose. That's also fine. Hey, Chirpy. Yeah, see, that kind of guidance I don't mind, because I don't get the feeling that searching around for that door is the intended challenge of this area, and I'm okay being given a heads up on a pixel hunt. Oh yeah, those fingers, two fingers. I wonder, are these like rival two fingers from these like, they look cracked open there, and they look like the two fingers at the what do you call it, at the round table. Well, in fact, that is almost exactly what happened, because I'm pretty sure I encountered it 75 hours ago. Alright. What does this do for me? I think I do this at a campfire, or, Grace Point. Sweet! I actually feel worse about heights in this game than I do heights in real life. Is that where Big Boy is? Pretty sure it is. No, that's its own thing. Where is that? Oh yes, yes it is. Yeah, it must be too far out to populate him. It also looks as though that... This is weird. I think it must be the perspective that's weird, because that road comes out of that canyon, but it kind of looks like it attaches to the landmass that's got the isolated merchant shack there. Yeah, well, you know, everyone deserves a little bit of time off. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna feel this in my stomach! The scream of terror echoing inside the stone imp's helm. Yeah, the I don't know if you ever saw the Venom movie starring What's his name? Mad Max guy, whose name I don't remember. Anyway, it's around the time that he realizes his amazing powers through the symbiote, and the symbiote is like, it's one of the moments in most superhero movies where he would sort of realize that, you know, like, I can do kung fu, and so then he sort of starts really leaning into it and enjoying it, and the symbiote tells him to go on, run down the side of the wall. You can do that now, and he's like, no, and he takes an elevator, and I think that that's probably that's a good response to being offered that moment. Tom Hardy, that's it. Thank you. By jumping off stuff and knowing it would kill you, I'm assuming that you mean in a game. Lobster scene. I don't remember the lobster scene, but I remember enjoying Venom and finding it charming. Abandoned cave. What's this? Deep Sophia well. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. No, this is that is very close to just really where there is a difference between how I experience something in a video game versus other contexts. Similar to the way that I can watch a horror, I can't watch a horror movie because it just upsets me. But I can absolutely play a horror game. Things like heights in a video game bother me more than they do in real life. Alright, so this is the frontier of where I know I'm supposed to be going. And I don't have my notebook right now for other things to poke to, so let's see what advancing the game looks like. I kind of remember that. Oh, it's been years ago. I got to see it in a theater when it came out, which was great. It's those Sony-owned Marvel properties are so strange, and they get stranger and stranger the more they're not part of MCU. It's because that has become such a weird cultural force. Oh, wait. I know this place. This is where I got teleported from a treasure chest. I don't think I can actually progress from here. I am not familiar with Morbius. Whoa. Man, the number of great dead dragons in this game is just is something. Can I get over there? From here? I don't think so. Can I survive that fall? Indeed, I cannot. I think it's very interesting how it interests me that there are certain areas where they will let you fall and just collapse on the ground when you hit there, and then there are other areas where I don't think this is... I wonder if it is triggered by falling a certain height, or if there are just certain areas that you are going to get the, you know, top-down camera angle, you are definitely falling and plummeting to your death. I feel like those are two different death types in the game. One is a life bar thing, and the other is just literally falling down an infinite pit in like a Mario game or something. Okay. Does it have to do with the rainbow stones? Swimming? Yeah, Mexican Stink, same. One of the things I enjoyed about it was that it had a sense of humor that was different from the MCU quippy Joss Whedon style of doing those properties. Every time I say something like those properties, 18-year-old me looks and is like, "Who are you?" But yeah. Oh, I think I know what time it is now. It is dog time. Or is it jar puppet time? I've never used this guy. Jar white. Oh, this guy's description is awesome. The warrior jar once told the nameless man this: "You are not ready to join the warriors inside. No, you must apply yourself, better yourself, and one day I will return for you." And apparently Selvius caught him before that day could arrive. Seluvis. I want to pronounce that V in the Latin way, but anyway. Alright, Buster. Throw them jars, buddy. Oh, wow. Oh no, that was out of range. No, 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 no. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna land as well for me as I hope. Okay, alright, cool. In general, I much prefer that he use that axe. Ah, he heard me. No, 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 not this thing! Oh, I survived it. Gotcha. Cool. Only 2,835 for that? Wow. Well, I think this is a... If only I had a pickle, if only I had a shield, I think this is the gift of the Magi situation. I hope you find each other. I am stunned at just how huge this game is. The last time I felt this sort of like jaw dropped at how much content there is in a game is honestly an Elder Scrolls or ESO. Oh yeah, yeah, and I'll give thumbs up and likes to everybody in this.
The fingers I served once prophesied a tarnished would one day become Elden Lord.
Oh cool, she's got memory stones around her neck, that's neat.
The Golden Order. Surely you see it too.
Oh, that's interesting. She says the fingers that she served and the crone in the
The great
The crone in the round table serves those fingers, and I find other dead fingers at the tops of these towers, which makes me think that there's a sort of crone fingers relationship that is similar to the maiden tarnished relationship.
will surely guide you.
Well, that's one thing that the update really helped, is that there are these little things like that. There are NPCs that I've passed, that I've run past, that then later show up on this map, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's a character I didn't interact with, but I'm glad that the role play that I have in my head is that my character registered it and marked it down on his map, whereas I, the player, let it breeze past. What? Oh, I must have been running away from something last time I was here. Nice. Let's heal up that little bit of extra. Who is this? Where am I on my map? Okay. Going into Horsetown. It's moments like that where you just have to lean into the fact that, in this world, yeah, you're kind of the jerk. When I was doing a lot of the underground stuff, and I came across the Taurens, who were, I mean, honestly, they're just feeding animals and hanging out and stuff, and I'm like, I can't bring myself just to indiscriminately attack these guys. So I would try to distract them as many times as I could to then access whatever I needed to access that they were guarding. I think Horse Guy's got the right idea for getting up there. Oh, is that what was there? I love that they changed the you know, the skittering precious item creatures from all the Soulsborne games. I'm glad they changed it to something as ridiculous as a dung beetle rolling its pile. I don't think I will. What? The hell? I don't think I've seen any of them do that before. I don't think that beetle needed to roll that dung at all. I could just make it disappear. No, you don't. Well, maybe you did. One aspect of this game's mechanics that I really haven't explored very much is the whatever benefits you get from jump attacking. Only in very few instances have I actually used it strategically. Yes, it's a dog. Everything's a dog. Jesus. Not a thing in this game is not a dog. Caw-caw. Oh, well, this didn't quite accomplish what I thought it might. But it's good to check the perimeter. Lost ashes of war. Oh, nifty. Huh. Well, sir. That did not accomplish what I thought it might. So maybe over there. Maybe I can make headway over there. So let's just put some markers here. And there. Oh, stance damage. Yeah, there's so many kinds. Aw. You're fine. I'm at odds whether or not it's a good thing to put him out of his misery, since the aristocracy in this game appears to have undergone a maybe not entirely wanted desiccation. But, well, I'll leave him be. But yeah, there are so many mechanics that I don't take advantage of. Oh god. No, 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 no! How did you come back? You and Miriam, man. Just waiting at the gates of hell to come back up. But yes, there are whole mechanics in this game that I think I could build a fun build around, and that I have not even toyed with, like stance breaking. Oh, this is cool. I like the different style of headstones. Areas like this feel the most oblivion-y to me. Because I remember going off-road so many times in that game. And just running through bushes and hitting whatever the action button was to collect everything I could find. Well, something died. Is there... I'd like to find a grace point somewhere around here so I don't have to travel all the way back in case I die, which has been known to happen. What is dying? Ah! Oh my. No, 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 no! That doesn't help! Okay. I've dealt with these before. Oh. Oh, wow, that goes a lot faster than I expected it would. There we go. Yeah. And bleed is a great effect on these guys. Oh, that's what's going on. The Guardians are shooting the undead aristocrats. I can see that, yeah. Well, I think Oblivion, no, timing was way off on that. Can I hide behind here? Will this protect me? I enjoyed Oblivion quite a bit. Oblivion was the very first game that that I had on PS3. I played the hell out of it. I told a friend that I was enjoying it very much, and she asked me what mods I was using. I'm like, mods? And that was when she realized I was playing vanilla Oblivion on a console, and that was one of the... No! One of the first conversations I had with somebody where they were just absolutely incredulous that I was playing a game, a multi-platform game on a console. My my defense was Theater of the Imagination, which once I started seeing what she was doing in the game with mods, turned out to be a little less robust of a counter argument than I hoped it would wind up being. But you know, that's the way it goes. I played a lot of Morrowind on Xbox too. That was I never actually got around to doing Morrowind's main quest, which I know is many people have similar experiences, which is, I think, a testament to the quality of the game's role-playing experience. Excuse me. Yeah, I actually don't remember what the main story of that is. I just remember my character's story, which is great. I don't think I will. Okay, well, I played Fallout 3 on 360. I had this period when I lived in Texas. Got there, I did not appreciate what the heat would do to the PlayStation 3, and it just burned that motor out. It burned it up, basically. The heat. What the hell? Just gonna crab walk, sneak my way around here. I'm going to do the equivalent of put a kick me sign on him. kicking an option? Ah, big missed opportunity. What's an analog for kicking? There we go. Let's see, what's a good gesture for this? Yeah, there we go. I like it. I hope the enemy ahead one gets many comments, or many approvals. Oh my. I really feel at this point there should be a grace point somewhere nearby. If I explored more, I would find it. But, let's see what this holds for me. Wait, what? I guess my advice is wrong. Cannot try fleeing. Oh, I do? Okay, good. Thank you. Whoa! One of the things about horseback combat that I don't quite have down is there's always this delay between readying my katana and actually striking it. And I never quite get the timing of that right. Wow, that's some impressive horse armor. Yeah, the age-old strategy for doing well in a Soulsborne game continues to apply, which is don't get hit. What time is it? I don't have anything that tells me what time it is. Cool. Can I activate it? There we go. Let's see. 12, 11, 10. Oh, okay, cool. Aw. Particularly burns me when I'm at a place like this and it says unable to summon cooperator, because on these kinds of encounters, outside of anybody who's just kind of sending their sign out to summoning pools, I don't know how many. I don't feel like I've got a whole lot of options here. Don't mind me, just coming to pick up my pocket change that I left on the ground after you beat me up. Thank you. It's going to disappear around this rock and come out with reinforcements. And it'll be a great time. Well, I can certainly tell you that getting hit at close range is not the optimal strategy. Do those stone giants stone archers and everything reappear, or are they gone permanently? Looks like they're gone permanently. Hmm? Here's a Spirit Spring. Looking at here. That's interesting. There's a path that goes underneath there. Alright, well I'm going to remember this guy is here. Normally I would write this down in my notebook, but I do not have it on me, so I will have to hope that the record of mentioning it on stream will be enough to remind me. I have fought a few horseback enemies while not being on horseback, and I have found it to be it's a different experience, but in some ways I found it quite a bit easier to time what I was trying to do. Of you know, just kind of like roll out of the way. Hello, bear. And then counterattack. Kind of bullfighting in a way. That single small bear out there in the middle of nowhere seems suspiciously suspicious, and there we go. That's more what I'm expecting. Many bears. What is this thing? Yeah, that's I don't know how it is with other weapons, but with a katana, it does this very cool thing where you hold it out and you sort of drag the ground with it, and any enemies that get hit by it take damage. And then there's like about a half-second lag between the time you let go of the button and it actually does the upward cut. I've seen these things around. I think these are for a character type who's not me. Oh crap. No time to like messages. Oh. Well. That bear was a lot easier than the last time I fought one. Yeah, I think this is for a character whose path is not mine. Or at least not mine right now. Hello, is this a crypt? Is this an underground entrance? I appreciate the care and concern, but no. Oh man, this is doing the thing where it goes down and it spirals. It's watching the columns sort of kind of spin like that is a little nauseating. Is there anything underneath? Oh, no, it's just a straight column. Yes, it does have rifling. Helps the elevator go faster if it spins. Oh, I thought there was a candle piano there for a second. Like armaments. The hell are those? Oh my god, are these the These are the frog things from Dark Souls 1 that curse you. Oh god, I hate you. I hate you so much. Basilisks, that's it. No, 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 no! No, that's death! Whew. I think it's death. I've gotten hit by that status effect before, and it basically causes like a bunch of stones to pierce me. Oh, were the eyes in the previous one not their actual eyes? I don't think I ever noticed that detail. Whew. Golden Epitaph. That's a great name for a sword. What is this? Sword made to commemorate the death of God when the Golden, first of the demigods to die. If you use a humble prayer of a young boy, oh brother, Lord brother, please die a true death. Oh! This could be very helpful in my beast clergyman path. What does this look like in action? That is the power button on a computer, and I would like for you not to press it. Okay, that's interesting. I will save that for when I come across those who are the undead tibia boatmen. I'm always off. Are you not ready to come out? You not ready to go out? Just gonna say hello. Is that what you're here for? Yeah. Tibia Mariner, yes, it is. It's also a great design in general. This sort of like land boat that does spirit water splashing. Alright. If I'm mind reading this cat, I think she wants out now. We'll see. That person needs a little self-esteem boost. That person seems to be in tune with reality. Is this another one of those areas with the spinny blade things? Oh, that's a long way down. It is, in fact. Yeah. You weren't lying. Okay. I remember how I dealt with this in a different environment, which is to be very fleet of foot, which means to be absolutely naked. Ah. Maybe I don't need to be as naked this time as I was the last time. We'll see how that goes. What is this? Oh, right. That's the thing I came in. I came in on. I remember when I did it in the other dungeon, it was just enough. Oh, my back. It was just enough to to get me where I needed to go. Let's see. Oh, cool. I never noticed that detail before. That's cool. Very nice. This stuff looks very cool. Twin armor, royal remains. There we go. Did I have? I think twin gauntlets was it. And the very unsatisfying pants. I wonder if I can make it here like this. Alright, cool. If I just run straight through, that's good. There we go. Very good. Ah, hey! I absolutely slew your remains. Ah! Oh, it must have stepped out and gotten hit by the roller thing. And it occurs to me I probably don't actually need to stay there and fight them. I can probably just run to wherever the next station is after I let it roll by. So I'm going to do that. I have not been back to Radahn's castle since beating him. Oh, the other place was a hero's grave as well. So maybe this this roller thing is a feature of that type of dungeon. I have not been back to Radahn's castle after defeating him, and I wonder if that guy appears there now. Woo! What the? Oh. Of course there's another one. Why wouldn't there be? Yeah, I wonder if the jester-looking fellow shows up in that chair position. It is kind of nice to, after seeing so many of these load screens in so many different places, after exploring around a little bit, you start to get an idea of where they are, and it's nice to remember different bits of the world as you are being brought back to life from your mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Just keep looking forward. I will take this. That's one of the best places for that message to show up. That's very funny. Woo! What? Oh, okay, it's big enough for two of them. Oh god, I see. The message said I want to go home, which is great because... now that's just petty. I think it's really just like sliced off my nose and that's it. But yeah, it's a good moment. Having gone through all the trouble of figuring out how the other dungeon, the Forgotten Hero dungeon, works, that saves me a lot of sort of figuring out exactly what this is about. Time for campsite. It's good. That's a shame. It deserves more upvotes. Oh! Now I see the thing. I can see it. There it is, yeah. A great sentiment, like right after you see the thing just spin right in front of you like that. Ah! Pardon. Space Hamlet, I've done the imaginative thought experiment of trying to figure out where in any of the other FromSoft worlds Duracinae might possibly fit in as a plausible, you know, as a thing to happen in any of these worlds. And it's never 100% felt right, but... Whoa! But this is one world where I can absolutely see Duracinae happening. Okay, so this is not a great place to stay, but... Turns around, goes back down to the... stopping place anywhere down there. Okay. After this time, I'm gonna run. No. Oh. Ha ha ha. Okay. Ah, Jesus. Ah! Oh god, that's okay. That's another player. I thought it was another skeleton. Thank you. Oh, well, this is cool. This is a different, seems sound. Oh, that's what you mean by be wary of death. Just seemed like general advice. Ah! I died to these basilisks so many times in Dark Souls that I've got, I've just got this instant revulsion response to seeing them here. Or maybe you mean somewhere up here. What I'm getting from these messages is that there is danger all around. Oh, there's nobody right there. So maybe left further in. Ah! I do not feel like these messages adequately prepared me for what happened. Excuse me. Yeah, and then it even invites you to even forsake that in the very fine FromSoft defeatist way. No, 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 no. Okay. Oh wow, that's a lot of whatever those are. Basilisks. Come on, dude, hit the gym. Get a better pitching arm. Oh, hi. I am glad to see that bleed has an effect on these guys. No, 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 no. Okay, get out of there. Alright, good. Oh, God. I mean, none of these messages are wrong, but they're just in isolation, not really right. I don't remember what grade of glovewort that was, but I'm going to assume it was worth it. See, that's good. Okay, so once this guy rolls over me, I'm gonna dash on down. course. Okay. Good. What is that? Oh, that's the magic seal that's summoned the thing in the first place. What am I looking at? Okay, so there's a door there, and if I run past this thing, I can get into that little alcove, and I will be fine. So let's get my dash ready. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay, good. You're not wrong. Oh, good. I don't know which one of those two things to put more stock in. Oh. I really do dig like how much of a chalice dungeon feeling I get from these crits. No, sir. Well, fortunately, I don't have many many runes to lose here. Let's go ahead and heal up. All right. Let's see where this takes us. Oh dear. No, 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 no. Forgot to switch back to my sword. Not within range. Oh no. Oh wow. Yeah, a cooperator would be great here. I wonder if there's anybody offering. Let's see. I feel good about the kind of damage that the blood slash is giving me there. My usual strategy is to whip out the blood and then retreat. See if I can do that a few more times before it becomes a good idea to heal and just kind of proceed like that. But with two of them, I don't think that's as viable a strategy as I might like. Look like if I just dash down here. Oh, that's not so bad at all. Can I use my spirits in here? Seems not. Oh, wow. Oh, it's gonna be one of these fights, isn't it? Okay, that's a come back to later thing. Oh, let's go back to last Grace site. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the skull that I'm marking it with is my own. I feel like, Aruzia's hero, Hero's Grave. I feel like the amount of time, excuse me, yeah, there's that rifling margin. Maybe that's what you were referring to before, but I'm only now just seeing it in its column form. Yeah, I feel like if maybe I grinded a little bit and got my level up, I would be able to move through some of these things a little more quickly. I'm at level 73. But I've really spent so much time... oh, I can't look at that. Okay. I've really spent so much time just exploring, which doesn't get you... spiraled? I think isn't the rifling is where it like the interior of the what do you call it? Barrel. Yeah, the inside of the barrel has a sort of a spiral inside that then spins the bullet and gets it to go faster. Well, that's good to know that's there. Many things I cannot yet kill. Oh, we can come up here. Oh. Hello, bear. Goodbye, bear. Oh, wow, is this another one right here? Oh, I see. What the heck? Is that a rat? That's a little jar. I have a feeling that chasing that is going to result in getting clobbered by something. Perfect. Yeah, workers, I'm sure, like wiped off their brow once they got the shaft built, and then the taskmaster then pointed to the pillar on the blueprint, and that was when they started talking unions. All right. I'm going to mark this as a thing to come back to. Kind of feeling like being in the outside air for a little bit here. So, how to get inside here? That doesn't do anything for me because that's a dead end. Maybe... So there are a couple of other paths down here. Those are closed, and this is all water anyway, so that doesn't make sense. So maybe if... I have a feeling that fighting this guy is going to be what's most necessary. But let's just check over here. Alright. Excuse me. Well, this is not the way in that I thought it might be. What is this? I'm gonna let him notice me and then aggro, because I don't want to just stab somebody in the back as they're paying their respects. There we go. Now I've got a clean conscience. Oh, I've never got a folding butterfly before, that's cool. I will take a fairly veiled hint. Oh, hello. What's this? Interesting. That is a veiled hint, because there are many places that are far away from here. So, oh no, that's a far, far drop. Let's see what is down here. Those little pufferfish things having a round table there. Oh wow, bleed even works on those things. Cool. Ah! Hey now. Oh, one of these things. Moving in its infinity pattern. Mosquito's like, alright, Buster. No more of that. Oh. It's probably coming back, right? There we go. Ah! Butts. I'll get that in a second. Can I not ride this turtle? Glory. Now, if anything... Using dog to describe every animal in the game is tiresome, but using dog to describe this is magnificent. Alright. Where are you? Oh, gross, those things. Gotcha. Prayerful Strike, what is that? That was my incantations. Oh, I see. This is... Holy. Gotcha. Ark, I had the same question. I wondered. I actually thought it was the slime enemy at first. I think they might have taken out some of the protrusions that that uses to stab at you with. Aha! Something that is truly terrifying about this game is how motivated I am to try different builds. At the same time, I'm looking at how much time it has spent me to really sink into this one and realize that I will never do that. I will never have the time available to, Did I already do this one? What's up? I will never have the free time to play this game that thoroughly. Huh. I guess I already activated the summoning pool? Oh, wait. I've already been here. Oh. Right. Okay. Remind me, did I just sit down at that Lost Grace, or did I activate it? I was thinking about something else and blanked. Nope, yep, that's the sealed tunnel. I've already been there. Okay. So... there's that. There's Something I'm sure interesting over there. Okay, only activated. Weird. Huh. Okay, so let's go here, then here, and then there. I really love these holographic or these illusory war banners. I think those are lovely. Oh, awesome! I really needed one of those. Later, jerks. Ha! Gotcha.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Let's see, what are you selling? Golden sunflowers. Excuse me. Oh, below the capital, you say. What else do I have here? Arrows, perfume bottle, festering bloodied finger, upper class robe. Huh. Okay, let's see what that note says. Oh, I wonder if this is what Space Hamlet's referring to. Below the royal capital of Landell. No, I'm glad that, first off, glad that you got some sleep, and also glad that, that you got to show up. So, sleep is important. Very important. The well in this city reaches deep into its tunnels. So, if I can access those sewers, I can get down into the I can get in up through the well. Excuse me. Okay, I already did that one. Lurks among the waypoint ruins on the roads through Limgrave. I actually don't know if I've actually covered that one yet or not. It's so vague and I've killed so many things. Got that one. Look beyond the graveyard at the precipice. Hidden cave in Celia. I think... that's this right here. So I think I've done that. The vile Graven Witch seems to be a frequent visitor to that place. Graven Witch. Okay, so there are two people to check out here. And once I do that, that might be a good time to call it a night. But, I don't remember exactly who the Graven Witch is, or if the person I'm thinking of is the Graven Witch, but... take a look. Sorceress Selen. I don't think that's her. However, now that Celois is dead, there was an NPC that was particularly loyal to him. I think it's worth going back. Yeah, Carrion Servant. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to check out what, if he has something new to say now that Celois is dead. His job was to take care of Celois's puppets. And he's also a merchant. Believe somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Looks like things are not going well. Now that Celois is gone. Can I survive this, please? Oh! Oh, man. I don't know what that means. Dolores the Sleeping Arrow Puppet. Oh, man. It's interesting they all have this sort of mouth open, slack jaw, zombified look. Well, that's it for him. And cool, my intuition was right. Something does change for him, but not for the better. So, yeah, well, that's probably the best place to meet so many of these folks, right? Just kind of cut right to the chase. But I think that is pretty good for this stream. I'm getting a little tired, so I think I'm going to grab some dinner. And thank you, everybody, for coming out. Space Hamlet and Ark, it's been a pleasure being able to hang out with you again. It looks like Wednesdays are... this is any indicator, then Wednesday is a pretty good day for folks who have been regulars. And I'm going to keep that up. So, Mexican Sting, Space Hamlet, Yeah, no, I get tired these days. So I'm gonna grab some dinner and grab some sleep. So, but yeah, it's great seeing y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Have a good night.